Hello and welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, I'm Dr. Sarah Lobegeiger-derodriguez. I've worked as a medical clinic founder, speech pathologist, opera singer and international speaking consultant for over 10 years.
Enchanté.
Now, as part of this, I've obviously been selling communication products and services effectively for over a decade. But today is the first time I will reveal for you approaches that will help you if you want to improve your sales communication skills. So make sure you subscribe to our channel and like this video if this is a topic you've been anticipating and hoping for. Without revealing my clients and their confidential goals in the marketplace, let me just say I've trained inventors, engineers, startup founders, real estate agents, luxury sales teams, TED speakers, CEOs, and even media personalities. And the one critical factor I notice that secures their success is the ability to pitch an idea and sell their message using elite communication skills. Take a moment to consider this. Your sales communication ability will have the highest potential for single point failure in any business, venture, or execution. If you cannot sell successfully, you'll lose the whole mission. Is your goal to close more deals without feeling embarrassed or pushy? Or you may notice that your customers lose momentum and interest in your products and services after they meet you. Today, we will explore key starting points you can readily implement to establish a stronger speaking foundation so that your sales communication connects your offer with your prospect more successfully. Now, these practical tips will boost your confidence and give you a concrete and ethical approach to interacting in the marketplace. You can consider these approaches for your next high-ticket sales conversation or even apply the coming concepts that I'll show you to pitches for venture capital. As a preamble, over on my website, you can find an extensive blog post that gives you a detailed overview of what to consider to develop trust-based sales communication skills. So make sure you check that out once you've watched this episode. But for now, here are some opportunities you can consider that your sales communication is waiting for. Let's first look at tonality. If you need a bandage for your hemorrhaging sales conversions, today I want you to consider 3 voice tonality elements. I'm sure you've picked up the indelible link between voice tone and trust and credibility. You can in fact watch numerous Cadenza videos on that topic, like this one and this one, or perhaps you should look at this one. But let's add to that if you're looking for more. Your voice tonality will determine your sales rate conversion directly. And if you need a bandage for this because you've got a leaky sales funnel after your sales conversation, today I want you to consider 3 voice tonality elements. Let's call it the sales tonality trinity. Element number 1 is clear articulation. Speaking clearly signals to your lead, I have something important to say, which will showcase your offer valence. If you notice yourself mumbling, we need to implement some strategies to create crisp, clear enunciation. Element number 2 is vocal expression. Your vocal melody will predict the success of investor pitches, gaining new customers, and even your customers' likelihood of taking action and putting your products or services in their shopping cart. Remember, the voice is a powerful tool to convey emotion. So if you're stuck in a monotone ditch, we need to add vocal contours to convey passion and enthusiasm. But carefully, because excessive expression can sometimes come across as neurotic. The final element of our tonal trinity is vocal pacing. Sellers that get stuck mid-sentence, speak too rapidly, or lose momentum with gaps and hesitations will instantly lose trust, because the flow of speech is one of the best vehicles to get your contact to know you know. Vocal confidence will showcase the credibility of your offer. Your ability to use your voice tonality is the key to the charisma castle, and let me vouch, that's the place your sales communication needs to be to influence and inspire with the trait of charisma. How you use your inflections, melody, and speech flow will directly signal vocal charisma and will be the most fitting way to infuse excitement and memorability to your deal. To put it metaphorically, a high-value person in the antiquities travelled in a golden carriage, not a wheelbarrow. Likewise, your message must forthwith travel on an eloquently executed voice signal if you want to position your offer with the polish it needs to set your goods, personality, and services apart. I now want you to contemplate your use of figurative language in the selling process. You will find that selling services, products, ideas, or inventions is abstract. So during your sales conversation, your client needs evidence that their purchased item will deliver on its promise. But watch out, the more analytical your language gets, the less interest your buyer or investors will show. You will need to find a way to step away from the analytical approach you use to build your service catalogue or venture and instead position figurative language to allow your customers to envision the impact your solution will have in their lives. This is a form of future casting that can only be demonstrated through high-level language skills. Now, while I'd love to share all the tools you can use here today, my paying clients might not appreciate me handing out the entire architectural drawings to successful sales communication infrastructure. So if you know that your language lacks interesting words, creativity, and a punchy delivery, we should speak about how to change that. Now I want to share with you an element that the top 1% of salespeople truly master, and that is emotional contagion. Emotions are contagious, and this presents one of the greatest risks to your communication confidence. There will be certain points in your sales deal or venture pitch where your leads or investors may show emotions that can hijack your conversion flight path to the top. Consider for a moment that your brain operates like a reflector. Networks of mirror neurons and pathways deep within your subcortex anterior insula mean that the mood, facial expression, and voice tone of your contact and lead can easily rub off onto you. Exercise caution and self-regulation, and take care that if your lead sounds hesitant, your voice tone is assured. Or if your lead looks less expressive and speaks in monotone, don't follow suit. While mirroring a contact's behaviour is an effective way to showcase mutuality and build interpersonal rapport, know that exposure to emotional expressions primes specific reactions, especially in selling. Research by Shaker et al. Uncovered that the facial expressions of salespeople and brand endorsers are fundamental elements in sales. Indeed, emotions drive consumer behaviour. Ethical selling requires that you don't manipulate this, but be mindful that your customer's hesitancy, uncertainty, and even mood will influence your sales presentation. For this reason, you want to flip it on its head and show up with confident composure that may in turn inspire your customer to give your unique service, product, or venture the consideration it deserves. Sales communication skills create the emotional passion, enthusiasm, and charisma that will reassure your prospect of how invested you are to serve them effectively. It will also build the emotional trust connection that showcases your expertise and solutions as competent, memorable, and exciting. If these tips today were enlightening, be sure to visit our website, which is an absolute playground for elite communication. Remember, I also assist high-end luxury sales teams, CEOs, academics, inventors, and even business owners to sell and position their ideas, products, services, inventions with the memorable and charismatic communication that gets trust, buy-in, and customer experience in the bag. Now, there are several ways to work with me, and it all starts with a conversation. Today, I hypothesize you're seeking the Heimlich maneuver that transforms your entrepreneurial or customer pursuits. So if that's the case, you can get in touch with me for a bespoke, personalized solution to rapidly solve your sales or pitching blocks. Simply head to cadenza.co where you can reach me directly, and I'll be in touch soon to implement verified tactics for you. Thank you so much for watching today. If you enjoyed this one, could you do me a favor and click like, That helps me out immensely on YouTube, and also don't forget to subscribe. See you soon, and ciao for now.